What's up? Back again with another episode of the Ern's World podcast. This is your host, DJ Ern1.
And it's your boy Diff Hue. What it do, world?
And we are still here in Portland, Oregon. It's the holiday season, so it's cold. Well, you guys are bringing a coat if you come through here.
Hey, and they calling for a little bit of ice this week. In particular, really? Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, man.
I don't even watch the news. I ain't gonna lie.
Flex, I ain't checked the weather.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going off what people say, so it might not be the smartest move. But they were calling for some shit, and I think it's supposed to start Thursday. It's not like any like crazy snow. I just think that it's gonna be hella cold and it's raining, so shit's gonna freeze over. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a little nasty up until the end of the weekend or something like that. So yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a Tuesday out here currently. How's your week going so far?
But it's my Friday, so yeah.
True.
So I'm cooling, man. Really just enjoying the start of the, I guess, week. I don't want to say weekend because it's not really my weekend. I still gotta work and shit and do other things. But yeah, so everything's good. Music videos moving. I appreciate everybody for checking those. I don't even know what to say. Checking the video out, I guess. We also been putting out a lot of other content too. We got episodes out of the pod, and we've been hella consistent lately. So, yeah, man, shit's just moving. Editing a lot of content.
Y'all probably heard that car go by. I live downtown, by the way, so there's a lot of traffic. You might hear some stuff in the background, but that's what that is. You might hear a homeless person scream every now and then. We live in Portland, so.
I don't think I've ever heard any cars or anything on the playback. I
just heard one come through.
I'm talking about like when we get done editing shit.
Probably not on a playback, not recently, but I mean, like sometimes there's a lot of traffic on the road. Like this is one guy that comes through sometimes during the day.
That shit was loud though, because I definitely heard that.
There's this one guy that comes through during the day that has like one of those motorcycles with like the speakers on the outside of them. You know, the ones you see all like the black uncles driving down south.
On a motorcycle?
Bro, he'll come through, he'll come through blasting FDT by Nipsey Hussle and YG every time. Like, never fails. But anyway, not to get off topic.
No, you good. Like I said, I just been putting out a lot of content, you know, so that's about it. But what you got going
on? Also, just kind of working on, obviously, the podcast.
Right, exactly.
Trying to get out and DJ as much as possible. I've been getting some gigs as of late. Need to circle back with some people once the new year starts so I can get on the calendar for some other spots so I can keep some money coming in. Also, dyed a pair of shoes for the first time ever, and they turned out actually pretty fire. I have them on right now.
Take them shits off. Throw them shits in the camera. Show the people. Yeah, take them shits off. I honestly just see the Oregon Ducks colors.
It's so funny. Everybody says that, but I wasn't even thinking Oregon when I dyed these. Wasn't trying to go no Oregon, but they're actually supposed to be way darker than this. It's supposed to be like a pine green initially, but just the fact that the base color of the shoe,
the color's fire. I like that color.
Yellow. They kind of, and I just added green to them. I couldn't find the shade of green I was looking for real, but they turned out pretty dope.
It was just dope.
Like they looked like something that could have actually came out. And the suede is still very plush and buttery.
I've never dyed anything before, man, as far as clothes.
You can see the nap on it still. Like when you rub it, it changed colors.
What made you want to do that?
I had 2 pairs of these. Really, at one point, I had like 4 pairs of these. But the homies back east kept asking me for them. So I was like, all right, cool. Just send me essentially the bread that I paid for them.
The world don't know what those are. Let them know what specific shoes those are.
With like the base?
Yeah, some people ain't familiar with Jordans.
You're right. This is the Air Jordan 4. So the 4th model in Michael Jordan's signature shoe lineup. He's got like 37, up to 37 now. So one of many. But yeah, the shoe was originally yellow. Turned it green. Was trying to make it like a pine green, like a dark pine green. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, I had a bunch of these, so I would have attempted to do it again with the right shade of green if I would have found it, but I only had one other pair in the tuck, so.
You can re-dye them, right?
I mean, I can, but I'm kind of feeling the shade of green. I'm not even going to hold you.
The shade is really cool.
It's kind of dope.
It'd be cool if they did an actual colorway like that with just like that.
Yeah, but this is how they turned out.
Fire.
Pretty fire. Surprisingly, the Dhat didn't bleed as much as I thought it was going to. So, I don't know. I said I was going to repaint the midsole, but honestly, I don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you. It ain't that deep to me. They're going to get worn anyway.
You better than me, man. I'll be so anal if I got some shit on my shit, man. But yeah.
So that's what's new with me.
I'm actually happy for you as far as the DJ shit going, man. That's dope. Just seeing your progression past 3 years. Motherfucker on vinyl, actually scratching, you know. There's people out here that's been DJing longer than you and still ain't really touching the vinyl. So that's just ill. And then on top of that, it's like you're gaining so much opportunities along the way with this shit, which is kind of inevitable. Like DJing is actually a really, really good skill set to learn if you have the patience and you're into the music, especially in today's times where, you know, you can't really rely on working for somebody. And this is still one of those things where it's still very relevant. You got people always doing parties. People are always getting married. You just never know. So in other words, kids, DJing, that's a possible thing to get into. If you know, you know.
Yeah, speaking of DJing, he just got a DJ controller.
I did.
So that's fire, actually. Because I've been trying to get him into DJing since I got into it. I was like, yeah, but he actually used to he had some DJ equipment when he was like a child. I'm burping and stuff, but this man was into DJing when he was like a kid, so he had some equipment way back in the day.
Right. Exactly. So this is kind of full circle for me. It's actually kind of interesting because shouts out to DJ Kid Catastrophic, which is like I got my first records from him. Yeah, so basically I kind of always been around that world. I'm hip hop to the core, but I went into music production more, and the DJing thing just kind of like fizzled out naturally. But it was always there. I always loved it. You know what I'm saying? Especially from afar, at least. And then of course, me and Aaron together, we love hip hop. So him getting into this shit was cool because it's like, man, it's almost like I get to watch him do this shit for me because I ain't get to do it, or I just didn't go hard with it. So it's like, man, go hard for me. You know what I mean? But now I got the turntable too, so it's really like it's up and it's stuck. And plus, I'm already the co-pilot. You know what I mean? So
basically, anytime I'm DJing, he's always in the booth with me. For
the
most
part,
what I mean? Unless
so
he's just busy, can't be there. But for the most part, he's usually always there.
Right.
He's one of the few homies that actually shows up to pretty much every one of my gigs. But yeah, speaking of first controllers, this one was my first controller. This little Newmark Mix Track Platinum. I got this thing back at like the end of 2019, and it kind of, I don't know, segued into
how many decks is on
a bunch of other stuff. But it's technically a 4-channel controller. It's only got like 2 gain. I don't know. I'm drawing 2 gain faders, but if you press this button or this button, it'll take you to deck like 3 or 4, so you can mix essentially 4 tracks at once. His controller does the same thing.
Right. I got a Pioneer though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shouts out to Dan for hooking me up with the Pioneer. Kind of just getting acquainted with it. It was weird because like I just started fucking around with the vinyl before I got that. And I'm already used to the vinyl now, so I'm kind of like a little spoiled slightly because I've kind of gotten like used to the vinyl now. As weird as it sounds, I've already got a feel of it, and now I'm like, man, switching back over, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I DJ on an SRT 1000 when I'm out of the crib, but I low key gotta get this mixer replaced. Shout out to buying warranties on stuff.
Already, dude?
Yeah, the left up fader is messed up.
That don't make no sense though.
I cleaned it, but I mean, it was working for a little bit after I cleaned it, but it's kind of, I don't know, back to doing the same thing.
Well, good thing you got the warranty.
I might just get it replaced.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the meantime, I'm probably gonna move this back onto the desk and just have those 2 turntables act as channels 3 and 4 on the SRT 1000. But yeah, I don't know. I name most of my equipment too, so this is.
Oh yeah.
I call this one Little Throwaway. Why I call it Little Throwaway, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of since it was my first controller.
You got a mini one that you don't even
about
use.
This thing like that. I got this mini one that I'll take with me if I'm like on a plane or something like that, and I'll just listen to music off of that, mix tracks and stuff like that while I'm on the plane, makes the flight go by a lot faster. I have the SRT 1000 that I named Lucille.
Hey, Lucille.
I have my 2-channel mixer that I named Lacey. And then I have my 2 turntables that I named Stacy and Bracy.
Shouts out to Stacy and Bracy.
But yeah, those are the names of my equipment.
I don't got no name for any of my shit. I haven't had that attachment just yet. But, you know, when the vibe is right, it'll come organically. But yeah, man. And I also heard some new things. I heard that you kind of sort of in a band now. The fuck is that about?
So, all right. So I have a neighbor that lives across the hall from me. She goes by the name of Madam Go Long, but she's a pretty dope individual actually. Haven't had too many conversations with her. I can just tell she's got a dope energy about herself. She plays the drums as well. I used to play drums growing up, so I rocked with her out that alone. But yeah, she was telling me she has a band she's a part of out here, and she needs a few DJs to have on tap just to, have some DJs to pull from when she needs to perform. So she's tapping me now. I live across the hallway. It's not too hard to reach me. Then you have this other DJ. He actually DJs for the Portland Trail Blazers. His name is DJ OG1. It's somebody I wanted to meet anyway from a DJ standpoint. So I ended up meeting him through her, which is dope. So yeah, I joined the band. I don't know where this is gonna go, but
I mean, again, going back to what I was saying, this DJing shit, man, opens opportunities, and it's a beautiful thing to just see this happen all through a time where things could have seemed like it was a little rough, seemed a little challenging, but there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, especially with something like this. I mean, they're saying that we're about to go into a recession, man, or if it hasn't already started. And, that's people moving back in with their parents. You know what I mean? So to be able to make some money and, damn near consistently, because, I mean, you have been kind of consistent with this shit, knock on wood. But to be on this level, you know what I'm saying, right now where you at, and to be making money and, doing something that you like doing, bro, like, you got to count that as a blessing, because at the end of the day, it could be a lot worse. And like I said, there's motherfuckers that got kids that got to move back in with their parents. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the times is crazy right now. And I always think about, like, even though, we may have hurdles in life, there's levels to the struggle, obviously. But you just got to know, like, shit, we still here. As long as I got a roof over my head, you got a roof over your head, and we able to think about the next endeavor, shit, we good. So I just think it's dope, you know what I mean? And me getting a turntable too, it's like, shit, I already know it's inevitable. Like, as passionate as we are, we bound to be great DJs, man. I feel like if you have a good ear for music and you're really passionate, it's kind of like a no-brainer. You probably will pick up that skill and, fall in love with it. You know what I'm saying? So much love and respect to that.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I've been enjoying this DJing thing. Been enjoying you tagging along for the journey as well.
You already know, man. And speaking of opportunities and doors opening, again, it seems like this year alone, that's another thing. I feel like I was just on the phone talking to somebody, and I don't like to speak for people. I can speak for myself, though. I know on a creative end, this is probably one of the best times of my life so far. This year has probably been one of the best years I've ever had in my life so far, because I've been able to get a lot of creative content out. I've been able to get a lot of shit off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the same thing with you, especially with this DJing shit. It seems like ever since you've been DJing, it's just been like a constant build up of like one thing after another. So with that being said, you also met someone special through not only the realms of DJing, but through hip hop culture. Someone who's very
I missed the trash can.
Someone who's stamped in this shit, and to the point to where it's like we hear this person's what's the word?
Influence?
I don't even know if influence is the word, but yeah. We hear this person everywhere. Put it that way. For what? Because of what they done. I'm gonna let you reiterate.
Yeah. So I ended up. Actually, shout out to the homies at this record shop called Platinum Records downtown in Portland. I don't know. I feel like they kind of. I don't know. They rock with me, so I rock with them.
You a cool motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I got my 2 turntables from there back in like December 2020, I want to say. Yeah, December 2020. And ever since then, I've just kind of been going back into that shop just to kind of get whatever I need as it relates to anything vinyl, whether that be DVS for like Serato, for using Serato, or just like records in general. I mean, I get some actual vinyl records from him as well. But yeah, they ended up having this like expo during PDX Hip Hop Week, and I just happened to be in the shop the week before, and they were like, "Yeah, like, what are you doing during PDX Hip Hop Week?" I was like, "Nothing." And they were like, "Yeah, if you're not doing anything on this date, you should come through. Grand Wizard Theodore is gonna be there." And I was like, "I know that name. That name sounds mad familiar." Then as I'm walking out, not walking out the shop, walking around the shop, I'm looking at the name. I'm like, "Oh, that's why I know the name." Anyway, Grand Wizard Theodore was the first DJ to ever actually scratch a record and use that as like a sound. So definitely took the time to go hear and see him perform and just chop it up and connect with him, because it was, I don't know, you don't get too many opportunities to see people who are like essentially musical geniuses do their thing. Yeah, and while I was there, I thought I didn't. I was like, I don't have anything to get this man to sign. Like, but then because I always go into the record shop and I always, I fuck with older DJs, people that have been doing this way longer than me, because they always have tips and tricks and stuff they can show you and tell you about and ways for you to get better. So shout out to one of the big homies, Brandon. He told me, he was like, "Yeah, bro, if you're trying to get better at scratching and more comfortable with the crossfader," he was like, "Find an old fader that's like busted, take that shit out of a mixer, and just carry that around with you everywhere you go, and just build the muscle memory." And I was like, "All right, bet." So I've been going into this record shop for, I don't know, weeks on end, asking if they, because they also do repairs. I was like, "You got any busted faders that I can just like have?" And they eventually found one for me, gave it to me. But yeah, I got him to sign it.
Let me see. Pull the
So it was kind of.
Let me see. I got you.
Kind of cool.
Pull the thing up.
What, for the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, this is the fader.
Sign and autograph. It's pretty dope shit.
Yeah, so
you gotta get this frame, bro.
I've been carrying that thing around in a fanny pack, and people that know me know I carry a fanny pack with me everywhere I go. Not because I always have like a phone charger in my fanny pack. I used to work in social media, so I don't know. I was always worried worried that my phone would be dead, and I would have to hear from a client like, "Yo, where were you at when this post need to go?"
Nah, you was kind of hip, too cool for school with the fanny pack.
But yeah. Anyway, he signed this. I got chopped up with him after he was done. Exchanged contact info with him. So yeah. But anyway, we have some video footage to share with you of, I guess, who this guy actually is, what he does, what he looks like. I feel like
to a lot of people, this may not be hella crazy, but to those that know, this is actually super, super lit. I mean, this is legendary. It's the man that invented scratching, man.
I guess my question for you is, do you want to volume up this, or I hope we should volume up this, because it's not gonna have the same effect if we don't.
One and only Grand Wizard Theodore. And I'll take some of those records when you're done too. What?
But yeah, it's funny. He actually had the sleeper blinders on when he was DJing out here in Portland too. It was funny.
Did he flex with them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tripping that like he has no markers on the fucking vinyl, dude.
None at all.
He has no screen.
He has one on that one, maybe. He has one on that one.
Okay, yeah.
I see one on
but
that
the
one.
other one didn't have one. I didn't see it.
The second record he pulled up there didn't have any markers on it. Didn't look right. It's just crazy to see him do this with no markers. But he's also doing this without Serato. This is like this is traditional vinyl. Which is wild because like he knows exactly which groove to put the needle in.
Right, dude. That's a.
I feel like he also invented the technique needle dropping as well. So if you're not familiar with that, that's essentially
Look at the pattern when he with the crossfade. He slides over slow and then goes back. There's like a pattern to it.
But yeah, oh, he's got his homie adjusting the volume. That's funny. But anyway, he invented the technique needle dropping. So if you're not familiar with that, it's essentially manually looping a record without having two records or a 2-channel mixer. So essentially you're picking up the needle and dropping it exactly where it's supposed to land in the groove to get the loop to repeat the way it's supposed to repeat. It's wild. There's a video of Q-Tip doing it. I'll show you. I'll see if we can find a video of it after this.
Shit, dope. Alright then.
But yeah, I'm nowhere near as technically advanced as this guy is, but I hope to get there, one day. That's funny. He's not even really. He's like baby scratching. He was also like doing a pullback as he was doing that, which is wild.
It was crazy because like you would think that it's like from a listening standpoint you might not know what the fuck is going on, but when you look at it and listen, it's like, yo, what the fuck.
Right.
This is hip hop nerd shit at its finest.
But yeah, shout out to this guy. For real, for real. And to my dad, you should have let me DJ on your equipment when I was younger.
Right? Could have been DJing at the cookouts.
Not only that, I would just be so much more advanced now.
And DJing at the cookout.
Well, I mean, yeah.
The bridge. Yeah, it's funny though, 'cause my dad had like multiple turntables growing up in the crib. But then he had like a 2-channel mixer. And does he know how to DJ?
He knows how to make like mixtapes and stuff like that, but he doesn't DJ, no.
He knows how to mix shit in?
I mean, he would just press play and then essentially just use the crossfader and just blend it real quick. But no, he does not really know how to DJ now.
Does he still have the mixers and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's fun. When I was looking at the turntable he had, he also, like, I definitely could have used it to DJ because it's a power drive. So I could have adjusted the speed of the record. I don't know if it was a Technics or an Audio Technica, or the Technics or Audio Technicas, but I think they might have been Technics SL1200s. They look like anyway. But those things used to be cheap as hell back in the day.
Speaking of shit that's
and
going
now
up,
they're going for like I don't want to. Bro, the phone's still connected. So say pull up the Technics. Well, actually no, never mind. That's what he's using right now, basically the Technics SL1200. Anyway, those things used to go. I want to say for like maybe. I don't know how much turntables used to go for back in the day, but they weren't that OD expensive. But anyway, that turntable now goes for almost like $1,200.
I was about to say that fucking Serato license, bro, definitely went up like a motherfucker. Even Dan said it. Like, you said you got it for $100. That shit's like over $200 now.
I might not have got it for $100. I bought that shit like 3 years ago, so it could have been like 2 something. But I felt like it was like it was definitely wasn't close.
Well, Dan said it wasn't that much either, though.
It was nowhere close to 300 when I bought it.
Shit's ridiculous.
That's wild. Because then if you like want to, I guess foray into like vinyl or something like that, you gotta pay for the DVS expansion pack if your mixer doesn't already unlock it.
That's whack.
So this mixer didn't come with the DVS expansion pack. However, the SRT 1000 comes with it already built into it. Like it unlocks it in the program. So when I got that mixer, I was like, nah, I gotta buy this expansion pack.
But you didn't.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I needed it. I mean, I had a whole mixer that I needed for these turntables.
Shit. What's next?
You tired of watching this?
I'm not tired of watching it, but I mean, I feel like we should definitely go ahead and,
Transition?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. So, that was Grand Wizard Theodore doing his thing.
Shouts out to him, man.
Oh, yeah, the needle dropping thing. That's what I wanted to show y'all.
Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Fantano with the needle drop. Ain't that his name? Anthony Fantano? The needle drop? Dude that fucking does the reviews.
Here we go. Q-Tip doing it right here.
I used to always just wanted to see what the fuck he was saying, even though I didn't care about his opinion. Just wanted to know what shit he had to say. What shit he was gonna talk.
So he's making this loop right here, needle dropping.
Let's show you how we really do it.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, you might have seen it, but a lot of people have not.
I got it.
This needle dropping. Hard in the head, hard in the head. Oh, girl, what did I do? You come along, girl, what did I do? Girl, what did I do? You come along, girl, what did I do? Girl, what did I do?
Alchemist was doing this on his IG the other day too. I was like, yo. Like people that would spend a lot of time around records.
Music nerds, bro. Real music nerds. Like the definition of a music nerd.
You used to have the conversations casually. People just
No idea, man.
go right back to the needle.
Man, they got the legends in that motherfucker, bro.
You know what's funny? I thought that was Kanye too.
Bro, he looked the most normal in that fucking video. Just like look at Kanye. He's chilling, dressed simple, chill, laid back, not too flashy, just relaxing. Like
Q-Tip just over there playing with records.
Look, he looks so like he like a kid in a candy store. He grinning.
And they're just watching.
Who was taking photos? That shit looked like a Tiba, but I definitely feel like it wasn't.
I don't know. But anyway, that's the needle dropping technique. I guess we'll move on to the actual. Back to the list of topics. We'll call this part of the topic list the miscellaneous list of topics. So it's funny. I was talking about older brother a minute ago when he was here, because I don't remember what was going on, but something happened with some fire. And I just casually told him, I was like, yeah, I remember this one time I was messing around with some candles, trying to blend some scents together. Because I had a candle that, like, I couldn't get to the wick anymore, but I still had a bunch of wax in it. And I was trying to melt the wax and essentially put it on top of another candle that smelled pretty good. And I almost burned my crib down. So I put the candle on the stove, and I happened to look over to my left, and I was like, oh, I forgot to put that over there. So I got up, turned the stove off, grabbed the candle, and then as I put the candle down on a cooler surface, the glass on the candle cracked, and the hot wax ran out the bottom of the glass.
That is not what happened.
No, I'm telling you, it hit the hot part of the stove, and it caught on fire.
Bro, I swear that is not what happened. And I don't know why I'm trying to tell you what happened at a situation that you witnessed and was in, but I was right beside you, bro, and that's not what happened.
So what happened?
You accidentally something happened, and in the midst of that happening, you was moving kind of fast, and you hit the glass of wax, and it tilted over, and it was liquid fire, like because
Okay.
it was.
Either way, the wax
that motherfucker started spreading, and it was on fire.
The
bro.
wax fell out of the candle, hit the hot stove, and caught on fire.
Right, and that motherfucker was moving,
And he was sitting on the couch,
just chilling, minding my own
chilling by
business.
his own business, doing something on the laptop, and he just happens to look over to his left.
Like really casually too. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and he's like, it was like no screaming, no like panicking. It was just like, it was weird. It was like the way it happened. I'm like, yo, there's a big ass fire. It's moving kind of fast, and you're not moving fast enough. So I get up. I think I got some water or something. I don't even
I
know
was
if
like,
that
the
was
water's
smart
not. I
enough.
was like, the water's not gonna help.
So yeah,
was-
nah. What did we do? I forgot what we did.
I don't remember how I got this shit out, to be honest with you, but it went out. Long story short, and didn't catch anything on fire.
Honestly, that was a sketchy situation.
But long story short, I almost burned my crib down messing with some candles.
Yeah, nah. I don't know how your dumb ass knocked that shit over.
I don't either.
Because
But-
you definitely knocked it over. Because I remember it was lit. Because something got caught on fire first, and then you lit.
I know what that's what happened. Okay, I put it down and it cracked, and then I tried to pick it up, and I forgot.
And it
the
was
shit
hot. That's what happened. And you dropped it.
And
That's
I
what happened.
dropped it.
I remember. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I was
Yes.
like, bro, because I remember it falling, and it was like, because when it happened, I looked over, and I like watched it literally. Like I watched it. Like I watched you like drop it, and it just moved. I'm like, whoa, like that's really happening right now. It was kind of surreal because it's like when those type of situations happen in real life, it's literally a split moment where it's like either can go two ways. Either we gonna fix it or we all about to burn some shit
And to
down.
describe the way it looked, the liquid looked when it caught on fire. Have you ever seen the movies where there's like an oil spill on top of water, and then the water just
That motherfucker was
just
literally-
catches on fire, just goes. Shoo. That's what it looked like.
And for some reason, it stayed on top of the counter. So it really could have been a freak accident because that shit could have dripped on the floor. It was on fucking, what is that, granite?
Granite and glass.
So it was like safe spot. But in all honesty, like this shit was bad. We on the third story floor apartment. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I would have had to explain that to whoever I would have had to explain that.
I mean,
to.
that's the definition of a freak accident, bro. I got an even more fucked up story.
No, that's definitely
Well,
just
actually,
somebody playing with fire.
That's just not more fucked up. Your shit's fucked up. But I do have a fucked up story, a freak accident situation. At my apartment, I don't got no fucking counter space really. I'm like, it's really, really small. I only got one counter, and that counter has a sink, and the other side is a microwave. So I had to put my air fryer on the stove to use it. Now, I was kind of moving fast. I put it on top of the burner, but you know, I wasn't really thinking. So for some odd reason, man, I put it on a burner, and I swear to God, I don't know how the fuck this shit happened, but somehow the burner got turned on. So I'm sitting there I'm cooking, and I'm like, kind of smell like plastic, but I'm thinking maybe it's just like the air fryer is just getting a little hot. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, nah, that's not normal. Like you wouldn't have an air fryer that smells like plastic. So while my food's cooking, the air fryer is cooking on the fucking burner, and literally, like by the time I realized what happened, it was already too late, and I turned it off and lifted the fucking air fryer up, and it was like stuck to the burner. Like I had to like pull it up, and it was like stringy and shit, like melted to the fucking burner. So now I got a fucked up burner that I gotta replace, and the air fryer is like melted from the bottom, but it still works though. Point of the story is the shit happened, and I wasn't ready for it. So you never fucking know.
Hey, players mess up.
But your shit was a lot worse. A fire is a fire.
Like I said, players mess up too.
I mean, what? Okay, and since we on this subject, I feel like as a kid, every kid has messed with fire at least once and did some shit where it's like you got scared as hell. It was like, you know what? I ain't fucking with that shit again because I'm out down there fuck some shit up. I know you got a story.
That was my hot wax. My hot wax is a moment for me for sure.
You ain't got one as a kid though?
As a kid, I'm trying to think. Do I have a story where I was playing with fire? and it could have went left. I mean, yes, one time I was playing with some newspaper in the crib.
The most ignorant ass combination, bro.
It caught on fire. And it was in my bedroom. I just kept trying to put it out, and it just wouldn't go out. I was like,
It's not funny,
how
bro.
old was I? I think I was in like maybe 5th or 4th grade.
Yo, first off, why did you light it? It was a curiosity.
Yeah.
Your ass was scared. I
lit it. It went up super fast, and then I just couldn't get it to go out. And I was like, "Oh,
did you burn anything?"
Nah, I had to like run to the bathroom.
But how did it not burn on carpet,
bro? It was just it wouldn't go out. I was just trying not to let it get any bigger to the point where I couldn't hold it in my hand.
Bro,
like,
I know your ass was
I was freaking
scared,
out.
bro. I know your ass that sobered you up quick. I know your ass didn't do nothing crazy for the rest of the day. You was like, you know what? I'm gonna cool out. I'm gonna just cool out.
Yeah, and it's funny. When my mom got home, she was like,
"Why it smell like burnt paper?"
Who was burning something?
No, your ass
caught on
burnt.
fire? Who caught something on fire?
What'd you tell her?
I couldn't even lock it. So I mean, she smelled it. Like,
What'd you say?
I was like, I'm just playing with a newspaper and a lighter.
Bro, what'd she do?
I mean, I got spanked.
I was waiting on. I was like, I know they got that build out. Ain't no way.
I got spanked.
Ain't no
for
way.
Sure. Yeah, nah.
Oh,
but yeah,
man,
I
that shit, I'm
had to
crying.
cook. The only way I got it out was run to the bathroom and like put it on some water. But
It's just funny what kids do.
Yeah.
Like as an
it
adult,
definitely smelled like smoke. I could not hide that smell.
Yeah, cause paper,
At
bro,
all.
is a strong ass. That shit's strong, bro. And that and it lingers.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do with that one. I was like,
Yeah, and the thing is, them things dry as fuck, so they light up quick, bro.
and I don't know why. I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, I should be able to get this out pretty quick. It went out super quick. It went up super quick, but I couldn't get it out. You know, I seen my dad like the grill with paper, with like old newspapers and stuff in the past. I was like, yeah, so you know.
No, but that shit really ain't funny though, because think about how many kids did that shit and didn't get to put that shit
My
out.
dad has a story actually playing with fire as a kid. He told me this a long time ago. He was like, yeah, I was playing with some firecrackers. And there was like a field across the street from his house. And this man caught the whole field on fire.
They didn't know it was him?
I don't
He probably
know
didn't say
if they
nothing
knew it
till
was
later.
him, but I mean, they definitely knew after some years down the road it was him. Okay, this man catches a whole field on fire.
That shit ain't nothing to play with, man. It ain't nothing to play with. I've gotten lucky. I haven't really had too many. I can't even really honestly. I don't want to incriminate myself. Even though shit.
It's whatever now at this point. It's like 20 years old probably at this point.
Nah, you right. But I
You didn't
still.
burn anything down. They're like, nobody.
Nah, I didn't burn nothing down, but I just. It is definitely a story to tell, but I don't know if I'm ready to tell that story on the camera right now. But I've had some crazy
Yeah, 'cause I used
situations.
to play with fire. I used to play with fireworks, all that stuff.
That's what I'm
as a
saying.
kid.
Growing up with fireworks was a thing where like we used to literally go to South Carolina
You
and
go
get
to South
the
Carolina,
fireworks.
right across the border, and bring
Right,
them right
because you
back.
know the one spot at Carowinds always had to buy one everything free
the
shit.
big red fireworks box.
Buy
store.
one,
I
get
feel like that
one
store's
free.
open 24, like not 24/7, but open all year round.
It might be.
But yeah, anyway, we used to like. I did remember this one time I was playing with some. I could have blew my finger off as a kid, low key, or blew off my hand playing with a firecracker as a kid. One time I was playing with what is the what do they call them? I don't remember what they call them, but I guess they're just firecrackers. To be honest with you, you know the red group of firecrackers with the green string.
Yeah, you talking about the black cats or not the black
They might
cat?
be made by Black Cat.
But they're called. I forgot what. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took one of those off individually. Tried to light it. That joint blew up
Dumbass.
in my hand.
Dumbass, that shit hurt, did it?
Yeah, it hurt. I mean, I felt it. It felt like. I'm glad it wasn't like an M80 or something like
So
that.
I had a dumbass
My hand
cousin.
would really be going.
I had a dumbass cousin one time. I forgot who this was. It was a kid though, but like they had the same kind. They didn't know what they was doing. This is why you don't give kids shit. They lit it, and he was just holding it, but it was long, like the little string thing. I don't know why he held it, but basically I didn't know. I was like minding my own business. Like I'm outside. I didn't know that somebody was in my vicinity with the shit. And all I heard was, yo, throw it. And bro, I kid you not, they threw it. It like I was right there and he threw it and it went right in my face, bro. And like popping in my face, bro, and it like felt like a bunch of fucking like little needles, like
That's kind of how it feels.
hitting my face, bro.
Yeah, because you feel the black powder in it, like
that motherfucker hurt, and then my ears was ringing and shit, and I was like,
yeah.
you know
I definitely when that
I'm
little
like, what the
firecracker blew up
fuck?
in my hand, I definitely was hearing ringing out of the ear that it was close to.
bruh.
Because like I mean, the fuse on it, like they make them with like the normal green fuse, so you have time to like throw it. If it's like an individual, they make those as well. But like with the grouped ones,
Yeah,
the fuse is not set up like that.
They're not made like
the
that.
The fuse is set up to like quick
They
fire.
just go off.
Yeah, so essentially, if you have one of those like that, you gotta light it and throw it almost immediately.
We used
you
to
have
like
you have no time to hold on to it.
We used to put them shits in anthills and put them shits in manholes. Manholes was fun because they was loud as hell.
See,
Them shits was fun.
you're not supposed to put them in manholes though.
Oh, why? Because
Because all the gas and stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, we used to do that shit a
any
lot.
type of gas that could be in the sewer system.
Yeah, we definitely did that a lot. I'm
Yeah,
not
because
gonna
somebody
lie.
told me about that after.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Somebody, because I told somebody one time, I was like, yeah, like I put an M80 one time in the storm drain,
We used to do that too.
and they were like, yeah, like just make sure you don't put it in like a manhole because like it might hit some type of gas and like.
Yo, that is
blow up.
hella true. But see, again, when you young, you know what I'm saying? You don't think about that type of shit. Like, that's just like when me and Patrick fucking set a whole computer on fire, and my aunt was like, yo, you cannot do that. You are literally setting off radiation into the air.
Stuff like that.
And we was just cool with the fact that the flames was turning purple and blue and shit. We was like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, we sitting there, we beside it and everything. We be lit. And she's like, you can't do that.
That's some little kid stuff for real.
But like, nah, that shit was fun, man. Cause we was just, me and Patrick really grew up around fire. So it's like, he had a fire pit. And yeah, it was just fun. Burning shit was fun,
I had
bro.
a few homies with fire pits. I mean, just growing up in like close proximity to the country. Like, I mean, because like we grew up in the suburbs, but I mean, like the country was literally right there.
Right.
Like, we had friends that had farms and stuff, family members that had farms. Like, it wasn't hard to get
My favorite thing that we used to do,
some like open space to fuck around.
right? My favorite thing we used to do, bruh, every summer, me, Patrick, and Andrew. This was like school at the end of summer. I mean, at the end of school, right? You know, the beginning of summer. Mm-hmm. It was a tradition. The last day of school, we'd go home with all of our books and shit, and we'd burn them. That was like a kind of like a little ritual we used to do.
How'd y'all get away with that? Those are school books.
I mean, it was whatever we had left over that they didn't take back from us related to
I
school.
thought you were talking about the actual like school textbooks. I was like, yo, they ain't ask y'all to like.
I mean, we did some. I did some of that too.
Because they used to tell us like the school if you returned like a textbook that was owned by the school,
But
in
this-
like bad condition, you had to like pay for it. And I
But
was
we've
like,
been
yo,
doing
what?
this shit. We've been doing this shit since middle school.
Oh, so it was probably just like your notebooks and stuff
No, it was like books, like it was whatever we had left over that they didn't.
that they didn't ask for y'all to send back.
Yeah, like we don't give a fuck. Why would we give it back? We don't even like school. Like,
I mean, you said textbooks, so I was thinking it was like a textbook.
I mean, I did definitely have textbooks that I had from school that I didn't take back. So
That's funny.
Yeah. So but yeah, the point was it was just cool because it was like a little tradition. Like, yo, we're about to go start a new school. We're gonna go into a new grade, and this is like a fresh start. So burning the fucking school shit was fun as hell. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't trying to get off subject. Playing with fire is not fun, y'all. Like, it's not good.
I mean, it's fun, but
Nah, it's not.
it can lead to some.
I don't want to say it's fun, but I'm not trying to like.
Yeah, because you even think because I think about
Condone that
the
shit.
situation. No, I don't necessarily condone it now, but I mean, like as a kid, I can see how it could be fun and appealing. So it's like when I hear stories of like kids that like burn down the whole like forest to start a forest fire, like messing with fireworks and like
But
that.
that's why I kinda say-
I can see how that happened.
That's why I was saying it was not fun, but that was the wrong word to say because it is fun, but it's just like
It can go
it's
left quick.
dangerous. Yeah, it's very fucking dangerous. It's ignorant to say that it's fun.
Because
Though. I feel like
no, it's not. It is fun. Like
fire is fun.
It's
dude.
fun. Like
Fire is fun.
it's not necessarily like
If it's in a controlled
in a
environment.
controlled environment. It's fun.
In a controlled environment, exactly.
But even still, in a controlled environment, depending on what controlled environment you're in,
Still
it can
get your shit
go
fucked
left. But yeah, like I said, because I mean, like I don't know, like I think of the forest fire situation that happened out here with a kid, like set the. I think it was like the biggest forest fire that ever happened in the Pacific Northwest. But it was like the kid playing with fireworks or something like
I
that.
thought the last fire was from a fucking gender reveal.
No,
It was.
that one might have. I mean, I'm talking about the really really big one that happened.
Recently?
No, not recent. It was like within the last 10 years though. Or
A
like
little
15
kid was
years.
playing with some fireworks?
Some kid was playing with some fireworks and like
But see,
set the whole like a Columbia River Gorge on fire.
Out here ain't the place for this type of shit. We from the South where it's very humid, it rains and things like that. Like this, it's dry over here now. Well, in Portland it rains obviously, but just this area in general, like you know what I mean. Geographically, I feel like it's a lot drier, right?
Yeah. So anyway, this kid set the whole like Columbia River Gorge on fire playing with some fireworks,
Right.
and his whole like his family is like in debt for the rest of their lives.
But like the thing is, again, it's more common for those things to happen over here
Oh yeah, for sure.
than it is back home.
We don't really have forest fires like that down south.
Right. It's not like a thing. So, yeah, it's just, you can't really fuck around with that type of shit over here. Even when I fucking get done smoking a joint or something outside, bro, I still be kind of sketch throwing it out. I kind of like be like, all right, let me make sure I put this shit out. Because that's the thing. Have you put out any fires out here yet?
Have I had to?
I've literally put
No,
out
but I remember this one time I was driving
fires.
to work, and somebody had set like the underside of a homeless person had set like the freeway on fire essentially. Like going into like Beaverton, how there's like that little interchange, like as a matter of fact, it's that exchange that's like right there,
Yeah.
that like ramp.
Right.
How there's like that little area with the trees in between those what do they call that? The junction, I guess, where the lanes merge together.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody has set that little area on fire under the bridge. And there was just a whole fire under the interstate on the way to work in the morning. And I was like, yo, is anybody like gonna call this in?
Fucking bro, I'm telling you. Nah, but I've walked into like some weird fires that nobody was putting out, like right in my apartment. I put
You told me about that one that was in the dumpster, right?
no, that's not even what I'm talking about. And I didn't put that out. I called the fire department.
But that one though.
That was crazy, but I can't really get into that one. You're not even supposed to bring that one up. But look, nah, I'm talking about there was an oil fire, bro, at my crib. I don't even know how the fuck. I don't know who was messing with what, but basically, it was weird. I was in my crib. I look out the window, and it looked like something was burning. And I go outside, and there was smoke coming from the ground. I'm like, yo, it had to be burning for a good, like, at least 10 minutes or so. I'm like, how does nobody notice? I put the shit out, bro. It kept on burning. And that's when I realized somebody had lit some type of oil or something in the ground. So basically, it's hard to put that shit out because it was like in the ground and the oil started seeping. So it just kept burning no matter what. No matter what I kept. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And it was just weird to me because I'm like, if I actually walk away and act like I don't care, it actually might really get bad. So I basically was out there for like a good 15 minutes trying to put that fire out. And I was able to, but I had to go back to my crib in and out to get water. And it kept on coming through, like it kept on burning. The oil was that deep into the ground.
Supposed to use flour for.
Bruh, I'm outside. Look, hey,
I'm just saying though, like
nobody else was helping.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's just if it's like oil on like a stove though. Like
so what would that? So I mean,
I feel like it was still like I don't know, probably had the same effect.
But all I'm saying is this weird shit be like that be happening, and that's how a lot of fires be happening. So that's why like when I smoke outside and shit, I do be trying to be a little aware of when I'm throwing my shit out because I don't want to be that guy that sets them on fire.
I mean, yeah, just in general, like if you like, shout out to Boy Scouts, I learned something then. So if you are like, I guess outside doing something with fire, you're supposed to like put water on it after you. Technically,
I've also ran into that out here too. All the situations that I've possible fires, which is ridiculous, is out here. I had one time somebody threw a cigarette in something and it was still burning, and I had to put it out. I just stumbled across it. I was like,
I have walked through a few trash cans out here. Somebody put like a lit cigarette in and they were on fire.
Yeah,
like, yo,
it's just like, bro, y'all gonna put that out? Why do I gotta be the guy to put that out?
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
Shouts out to Portland and the madness. The other topic, again, miscellaneous. Honestly, dude, this is just one of those curiosities that kind of crossed my mind. You already knew it. I didn't. I just wanted to know who the fuck created potato chips.
I don't remember the name. of the person, but it was a black dude.
Shouts out to our peoples. Yeah, so I guess let's look that up because I mean, shit, I'm definitely curious. I feel like the world might be too. We eat potato chips, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't y'all act like y'all don't eat potato chips. Everybody going vegan now. Don't they got vegan potato chips too? Ain't potato chips vegan?
They are vegan.
I mean, technically, I know a lot of shit be tricky now. So, you know, vegan potato chips. That shit sounds like.
No, they're technically already vegan, bro.
Nah, for real, I don't be knowing. They be making you feel bad about eating everything, but nah, technically they're not vegan, bro. Cause a lot of people don't eat them late. Like a lot of people who are like into the healthy shit, they don't fuck with the processed shit. And technically, the potato chips that we like is processed. Like the shit that I'm eating, Cheetos is processed.
Maybe that's not a potato chip.
That counts as a potato chip.
No, it doesn't.
What is it then?
It's a chip. It's not a potato chip though.
Oh, are we really about to get into that? Bro, that's a potato chip, dog.
It's not a potato chip. It's not made out of potato.
Oh my god.
It's made out of like cornstarch.
Dude, it's still in the category of potato. I'm not being technical.
Category of chips.
I'm not being
and
technical.
Snack foods.
I'm just saying it's a potato. It's a potato chip, man.
It's not a potato chip.
It's a potato chip.
All right. Anyway,
Let's
see if this is the.
We're gonna do a poll.
Today on the Daily Dose, the history of potato chips.
You said it's from a black man, so let's see
Like
if they
many great
they credit
inventions,
us or not.
Debate continues regarding
Let
who
me look up
invented
the
it
name now.
first. Was it the Wright brothers?
'Cause they already
Gustav
showing white people.
Whitehead, who first took flight?
It definitely wasn't the right.
Was the
brothers.
telephone first
So
invented
it's like-
by Alexander Graham Bell or Elijah Gray?
We have to go to the internet. We gotta go to the
Marconi's
internet.
and the first radio signal.
I mean, somebody lying.
Or was it Nikola Tesla?
It's either you or the white man.
The same can be said
First
for one
person
of
that pops
America's
up is
greatest
George
culinary
Speck.
delights, the potato chip.
And that's from Google.
The most
So let's see
popular
what the fuck he
potato
gotta
chip
say.
legend begins
George
on a day
Speck
in
is a black man.
1853 when shipping and railroad baron
George
Cornelius
Speck real
Vanderbilt
quick.
was dining at Moon's Lake House Restaurant, which was a popular eating establishment in the
where is he
resort
going?
town of Saratoga Springs, New York.
You better mention George Speck.
That's what I'm saying, 'cause
Vanderbilt
he about to
sent
get
them
cussed
back
out
to
if he
the
don't.
kitchen, asking for more thinly sliced ones in return. Famed African-American chef George Crumb took offense
Okay,
to
well.
Vanderbilt's complaint, slicing some
It's
potatoes
George,
as thin
so
as he could.
it's the
before
same person they
frying
just
them to
showed.
crispy perfection.
all right.
Vanderbilt loved
All right.
the result, and the potato chip
We
was
got that
born.
one.
Shouts out to our
The
people.
Vanderbilt
Yeah,
Crumb
they.
story eventually became
Yeah.
so well accepted.
Them lays that y'all
American
like?
Heritage magazine
Yeah.
dubbed Crumb the Edison of Greece.
We got that one.
3 years later,
George Crumb.
when Catherine Atkins Wicks passed away at 103, her obituary
So
indicated
he was
that she
born
the
George
inventor of
Crumb.
the potato chip. Wicks, who
That's
was
funny.
Crumb's sister, worked
Potato chips leave
alongside him in the
crumbs.
kitchen
Right.
and was affectionately known as Aunt Kate or Aunt Katie. In one variation of the disgruntled diner story, it was she, not her brother, who made the invention when she accidentally dropped a super thin slice of potato into a fat fryer while peeling potatoes, fishing it out
Damn,
when
was
it
an
golden
accident?
brown before savoring the result.
I feel like that's how a lot of
Wicks
great shit was
wasn't the
invented,
only
huh?
posthumous claimant
Accident.
to lay claim to the potato chip's invention, for in Hiram S. Thomas's 1907 obituary, he was widely credited as
So is that thing
inventor
washing
of
or
the
slicing
Saratoga
potatoes? It's probably
chip.
washing them.
A prominent black hotelier, referred to in one obituary as one of the most well-known African Americans in the Northeast. Thomas ran Moon's Lake House for
That's a
about
lot
a
of
decade.
potato starch in that
However,
water.
that was in the 1890s, some 40
Oh,
years
slices.
after
Okay,
Crumb and
slicing
Wicks
them.
laid claim to the discovery, a good decade after the chips had become commercially available far beyond Saratoga Springs. Despite multiple claims of invention,
How thin
the
do you
one
think those
common link
chips
for the birth of potato
are before they're
chips
like fried?
is the Moon's
I have
Lake
no
House
clue.
restaurant, which sadly
look
closed
like
its
they're cooked
doors
right
in
there.
1983 after burning to the ground for the fourth
And they
time
put
in its
salt on it.
long heritage.
They said after burning
According
to the ground for
potato
the
chip
fourth time.
consumption reports, 86%
Wait,
of
making
people
potato
in
chips?
both the United States
See,
and
playing with
France
fire. Look at that.
eat potato chips on a regular basis.
What'd you do?
while
I was
Great
trying to make
Britain is
potato
close
chips.
behind
They said
at
for the fourth time.
84%. According to historian Greg
Yeah,
Dowell,
imagine explaining that to the fire,
Americans
Marshall,
consume an
after the fourth
estimated
time.
11.2 million pounds
Right, you gotta
of
stop making
potato
those chips.
on Super Bowl Sunday alone.
You have to find something else to do.
And there you have it. The history
Well,
of potato chips.
A little quick
Today,
learning lesson for y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know I
if
gotta
you
throw a
like
little
learning something new
education
every day,
in that motherfucker for y'all. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Potato chips. Little curiosity.
Shout out to George Crumb.
AKA Mr. Speck.
George Speck. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess we're going to hop into the Jam Sesh. Got some tracks we want to share with you guys.
The shit that some of y'all might be waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all some new tunes. Get it?
Yeah. So, here we go. Lock my phone real quick for y'all.
Who we got first?
Who we have first? Shout out to the homie John. I actually DJ for this artist. He goes by JxJury though. That's his stage name. But anyway, the first track is off of his Dope Dealer album, and it's called Move That Dope. It's a nice little chill vibe. He produces, mixes, and masters all of his tracks himself.
Let me stimulate your mind with it. I ain't wasting no time with it. We been slanging them vibes.
And then he also writes the lyrics, obviously.
Love when you move that dope. Love when you move that dope, baby. Move that dope, baby. Move that dope. Love when you move that dope.
Well, in addition to that, he's also a pretty dope designer, apparel designer as well. He works in the footwear fashion industry.
Speaking of apparel, I'm rocking my Fuck You Devils tee for my brand Good Omen. You guys can check that out, goodomen.us. We're gonna have more merch on the way. Got the Club Cribble hats made from New Era with the Ern's World embroidery on the sides. We're gonna have some more of that coming as well. Y'all can check us out.
I'm trying to be where the goats be. Michael, Kobe, that's high key. I'm not low key. Nah, I ain't giving y'all no key. Frontin' like I owe you some. Bitch, I don't owe you none. Like I'm supposed to flow you some. Hopping on the road with the bros. I don't even know you son. I stay strong like protein. My shit cracking, no cocaine.
Yeah, I said the last episode, I feel like maybe it wasn't the last episode, it was the episode before, but I was like, I'm gonna keep trying to like plug some of the homies that make music into this program. So this is me doing that.
Just take my word and rewind. Yeah. This that crack. This that black music. This that goddamn it. Play that shit back. Let me stimulate your mind with it. I ain't wasting no time with it. We been slanging them vibes. Heard you through the grapevine singing. Love when you move that dope. Love when you move that dope, baby. Move that dope, baby. Move that dope. Love when you move that dope.
I'm about to switch adapters to the next song. My phone's about to die.
Love when you move that dope, baby. Move that dope, baby. Move that dope. Love when you move that dope. Shit. Let me be your pusher, man. Allow me to push that to you. Allow me to push that to you. Allow me to push that to you. Let me be your pusher, man. Allow me to push that to you. Allow me to push that to you. Allow me to push that to you.
Yeah, it's funny. You said you smelled ketchup earlier, but I think it honestly might be the dye that's in my shoes. It has a little like kind of smell to it.
It smells like ketchup.
A little bit. It's got like that after like kind of like vinegary smell.
Whatever the fuck it is, that shit don't smell good.
Yeah, that's probably what you're smelling. If I had to guess, because I smell it every now and then when I like move.
Yeah, then that's probably it then.
But yeah, so that was the song "Move That Dope" by JxJury.
Shouts out to the homies,
aka John, or JxJury, depending on
how you want to rock,
how you know him.
What's next, pimp?
All right, the next song is actually your pick. It's called Mumble Jumble, and it's by Jelly and Pierre Bourne.
Shouts out to Sauce House.
This track's a bop.
The way you can turn it up a tad bit.
Yeah, but the bass ain't even came in yet, and it's already, Not really the bass. I mean, the snares haven't come in yet. Or the perks, as a lot of like production programs called it.
Yeah, you should ever turn that up.
I mean, it's already up on this.
jumble. Don't wanna feel that rumble. You talking mumble jumble. Don't wanna feel that thunder. It hit you up and under. You talking mumble jumble. I put that on my mama. I only want some coma. You talking mumble jumble. Don't wanna feel that rumble. I think I got a warrant, man. I made it here, y'all. I don't care about bougie shit. I'm dying in up front. I can't find my lead right now. I gotta smoke up on it. Came me up in New York City, walking through the apartment. Come and work for me. I can make a whole apartment. Nigga, what you tryna do? Got niggas out here starving. Smokers out here every day. You better my performance. I just seen it spin the beat. I feelin' kinda horny. And you talking mumble jumble. Don't wanna feel that thunder. It hit you up and under. You talking mumble jumble. I put that on my mama. I only want some coma. You talking mumble jumble. Don't wanna feel that rumble. You talking mumble.
This playlist is actually getting kind of nice.
Bro, it really is.
I revisited the other day just to do the track list. I was like, this is kind of a pretty smooth playlist.
We need to actually drop a link for everybody to check out the playlist, the Ern's World playlist.
Yeah, it's a link. It's in every description.
Bet.
We swerving to the apartment. I gotta keep that thing on me in case I gotta dump it. A nigga try to play with me, don't talk to me with mumble.
Need to add some more R&B cuts to it though. I don't want it to be 100% like.
It's funny you say that. I've actually been also thinking today. I was like, man, I gotta start throwing some. I normally do kind of throw a little bit of alternative lately, but
R&B and alternative stuff. I don't want it to be 100% like street underground rap.
The only reason why
anybody trying to listen to that all day.
I'm gonna be real. The only reason why I haven't recommended any of like house music and shit is because the shit I be listening to be like 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long. So it's like we can play a 7-minute long song, but so I gotta find something short.
You talking mumble jumble. I put that on my mama. I only want some coma. You talking mumble jumble. Don't wanna feel that rumble.
Dang. Oh, it's the next song. It's called Walk Me Down.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be your song next, but I guess
Meechy, baby. It was supposed to be mine, but oh well. Like I said earlier, players mess up too.
True.
Yeah, cause my song was supposed to be next. I messed up when I was arranging the track list, but it's whatever. Yeah, this is Walk Me Down by NBA Meechy, baby. Shout out to New Orleans, really Baton Rouge.
Right.
I'm robbing niggas in different states, yeah. Up in Texas, but this bitch got a Louisiana plate, yeah. All them haters, I don't know how many pills I ate, yeah. Jaws locking, face numb, I can't feel my face, yeah. Hold on, stop at the corner, grab a pack of gum and a bait, yeah. Don't forget that water, trying to roll harder. In the cutlet with my
It's coming to make me want some Cajun food, I ain't gonna hold you. Or just some of the cuisine that comes from like that, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama region of the country.
Southern boys. I just really like the fact that they're bringing back that old school. Well, not old school, but for us, it's like that old Louisiana sound that we used to hear when we were kids. They're bringing that back, and I fuck with that.
Yeah, it sounds very reminiscent of like the No Limit,
right?
Dang, what about the Cash Money?
Yep. Hot Boys, all that.
Yeah. You can hear the influence in the music.
I'm like, who gon' die today?
I'm like, who gon' die today?
I'm like, who gon' die today?
Who gon' die today?
I'm like, who gon' die today? Bitch, I'm begging for gay trait. I'm like, who gon' die today? Turn me off phone. Turn me off phone.
Turn me off phone.
Now turn me off phone. Now turn me off phone. Yeah. Bitch, I'm banging for gay trait. I'm like, who gon' die today? Bitch, I'm banging for gay trait. I'm like, who gon' die today? Bitch, I'm banging for gay trait. I'm like, who gon' die today? Bitch, I'm banging for gay trait. I'm like, who gon' die today?
Yeah.
Alright, so that was Walk Me Down by NBA Meechy, baby. The next track was my pick. It's supposed to be Last Strong, but it's whatever. I messed up. Anyway, it's called Had a Feeling. It's the remix, and it's by Chavo and Pierre Bourne. Pierre Bourne getting a lot of love right now in this lineup right now.
Pull up to valet, hold these keys, bitch. Swing doors open 24. Do you need a break? Had a funny feeling she was hungry, told her eat a dick. Had a funny feeling he was 12, so I made a switch. Had a funny feeling in the trenches, had to blow the blade. Had a funny feeling, money piling, almost broke the ceiling. Had a funny feeling, how he got out, probably end up snitching. Had a funny feeling, I was 12, had to abort the mission. Had a funny feeling, Nana coming, hurry, clean the kitchen. Yeah, I ain't no angel, shot 2 niggas. Hit Saks Fifth and buy all the shoes, nigga. No sales rack, ticket, get your belt back. 80,000 cash, nigga, that's a Hellcat. I'm cooking, Nana in her room, but she can smell that. Yeah, bags on the counter, gotta scale that.
It's funny though. I'm surprised these shoes, low-key, the dye isn't rubbing off too bad on my socks, which is a good sign.
I mean, I don't know much, but I would assume if it's good dye, it doesn't do that, right?
I mean, I would hope not, but I mean, dye is dye, you know.
True. I mean, hell, good jeans do that shit.
It's true.
You buy some denim jeans, yo, fucking anything white turn blue.
Shout out to all those. Man, that was like the death of a pair of white Air Force Ones back in middle school, man.
Get on the back of
Anytime somebody rocking with a pair of raw denims, like, dang, bro. I'm sorry for you.
Right.
Those are not coming back to life after that.
That dye's no joke.
I mean, you can usually get it off of the leather, but like once it gets on like the mesh,
right,
it's a wrap. That was a thing. I'm starting to care less and less about that stuff nowadays though. Like, I mean, it's whatever at this point. I'm like, look, just a little bit of character on my shoes. Let you know I've been wearing them.
Like I said, you better than me.
Yeah, the amount of stuff I've come through with, and he's like, "Are you gonna wear those? You gonna wear those?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a shoe." I like that. Like, it's funny. Speaking of that, the amount of people that hit me with the I think this track about to run out.
I like the original better than the remix personally.
All right, here's the next track. The next track is called Good Love, and it's by B.O. Lil Kenny.
It's a track I recently found. And this dude been on his Memphis shit lately.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to gangster walk. Memphis Jill.
Oh, we got a new Memphis mix on the way for y'all too, by the way.
But yeah, the amount of people that told me, they were like, why are you dyeing those shoes like that? You're not gonna look good after the set. I'm like, alright.
That's dumb. Knowing you anyway, you ain't gonna do no shit that's just, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Nah, them shits came out fire though.
So if I had more pairs in the tuck, I would have, attempted another shade of green on them.
You ain't got no hoodies or anything you want to dye?
I do actually have one. I got two. I have two that I wouldn't mind trying to dye. I got this hoodie from Only New York that needs to get dyed. And then I have a hoodie from an old Stussy hoodie that I want to dye. It's funny, I bought the hoodie and I was like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of this color. I wish they would have offered it in this color. So I'm gonna see if I can dye it that color.
How much you gon' spend for my drop? Look, I'ma sell it to you. Thumbing through these papers, killing ops. That shit therapeutic. Lil' bro, he just came back.
I need a red hoodie, so I might dye one of them red.
B-Max don't be asking for the money, he just start shooting. If that nigga didn't die from the shots,
thing off real quick.
We catch you in traffic, dissing blue tips to your head rich. My bitch mad.
Slight interruption.
Be sleeping with the cat tip. How the fuck you know who killed your man and he ain't dead yet? He might be in hell, mad as fuck, but I ain't said that. The Kenny feel itself too much. Bitch, I practice safe tips. Popped a nigga in front of 50 people, that was way back. Every bitch was after that.
This is a Luther Vandross sample, isn't it?
I don't know this. No, I didn't hear Luther Vandross from this sample. I don't know who this is, but I didn't hear Luther Vandross. That's not Luther Vandross, and I could be wrong, but it's gonna be at the end. You can hear it.
All my homies snake, so you will not see no rest of us. Touching on that carbon, I be flipping shit like specialists. Niggas say he did some shit to me.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I feel like it's Luther Vandross.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. Look at the lyrics real quick for the sample.
It's about to come back in. I don't know the one right now. But it's about to come in clear at the end. That's not no damn. No. Definitely not.
I don't know. I can't recognize the voice, but I thought it was Luther.
Fuck niggas die.
Yeah, the next song is called Puff Daddy, and it's by Key. And this is his pick. It's the last one, so we're gonna send ourselves up with this one.
Come on, yeah.
Turn it up a little bit more. This one low.
Come on, yeah. Damn, come on. It's getting serious. Yeah. What's next on my itinerary? Yeah. Effing in for my artillery. I ain't mean to fall in love, she was digging me. I was thinking like fuck, seen her in that Fendi. I was peanut butter stuck, thinking with my jiffy. And she seen it on my social, know I'm from a wild set. On these niggas' head like a Vine Dutch. Yeah. Now she lemon pepper my wet. Goddamn, what a motherfucking towels at. Turn these niggas to a pack moist towelette. Girl, you know it ain't a pack, we ain't involved. I've been around the world and still think about my lady. AMC my life, AMG my Mercedes. Everything brand new, like a
newborn baby.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down.
Oh no,
I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride.
But yeah, per usual, we appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with us. Feel free to like, comment, please subscribe, and most importantly, share with your friends. Yeah.
Hit that subscribe. Check out awesomenothing.com.
Hit the links in the description. Check out the mix. Check out my mixes. Check out the link to this playlist containing all of this music that we have curated just for you.
Hey, also, man, if y'all want some merch, y'all want some hats or something, man.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Chime in the comments. Let us know what you rocking with.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Oh, come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch what I say, cause it's drugs in me. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch that, cause it's drugs in me. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch what I say, cause it's drugs in me. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch that, cause it's drugs in me. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch what I say, cause it's drugs in me.
Love y'all, world.
Fall in love with me. Gotta watch that, cause it's drugs in me. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch what I say, cause it's drugs in me. Come on, fall in love with me. Gotta watch that, cause it's drugs in me. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold
You still chicken.
The music's still going. It's done now. Like 8 seconds left. 7 seconds. 5.